1.35 patch notes review. First off, we got the Lenoir skin. Looks pretty good. I mean, I don't really like it that much because it feels like it's too close to the base skin. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice dress. Emotes. Oh, these are really cute. I know Nero is gonna be happy about these, and he's probably gonna use them. I really should really like this one, the hair. Forgive me. Let's see. Asia servers on matchmaking. So they're moving the top bracket again for matchmaking. Frequency of matches between 3P greatly reduced. Europe server Diamond 3 and below will no longer be matched with Meteorite tier and above. So it's only so Europe is going to D2 plus. Ally location in Hyperloop minimap. Hovering over an ally on the... Oh, that's kind of cool. Is this like a new player thing? When you hover over, like it shows where you get TP? Is this the case for like areas as well? No, it's just for... Yeah, it just shows you on the minimap. Okay. I think that's like a new player thing. Custom games, team shuffled, balance enhanced, so it's just okay. Stake draft, the highest and lowest scores alternately among... Okay, so it's just custom games. For matchmaking for custom games. Pings links in chat. What is this? Link will now be generated in chat for any item pinged from the role kiosk. Oh, you just hover over it now, and then it shows you like items with it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, nice quality of life change. I'll be able to... Yeah, so that means you can probably right-click it, and then it'll probably pull up like the items. Which I think is really nice, right? Like you ping... Someone pings like the item, you could right-click it, and then I'll pull up like the tab. You can add tax skills to your save plan via... okay, that's good too. So you could add like tax skill... Because right now, tax skill in your... Yeah, in your transitions would like take up a slot, but I'm guessing it's not going to take up a spot anymore. Special materials like choose fighter will now be okay. Soul Stealer nerf again. I mean, Soul Stealer is was still really strong, nerfing the movement speed down by 0.1, which is actually a lot. So a nice nerf. I think Soul Stealer was still, you know, every team in ERCS, or sorry, not ERCS, ERM was using it, and it's still a really strong augment, so that's good. Ooh, Garnet buff, more movement speed. That's actually a really big buff for Garnet, because Garnet's like one of those characters where you just walk up, where you kind of just have to walk up to engage. So now your movement speed is increased by 0.05. That's actually a really pretty big buff, especially for like a tank. Nadine R damage nerfed by 10%. I mean, Nadine was kind of strong. Deserve nerf. Cobalt damage changes were the most exciting part. Oh, because of the Cobalt tournament coming. I mean, there's gonna be a whole new season though coming out, right? So they're probably gonna do something with Cobalt, or like there's gonna be like so much that's gonna change. So I wouldn't really like count on those numbers just yet. There's still like one more big season patch before the like Cobalt tournament. Everyone kind of has to adjust to. Nikki, extra HP, 4 extra HP per level, so 80 at level 20, sure. Danielle, night vision range increase. Damn, it was 20%. I'm surprised it's so high, but now it's only 8%. Okay. I think that's a deserved nerf. I didn't even realize he had this. Darko is getting some more attack power on their Q. More damage on their Q, 10%. Sure. Tia's getting a buff as well, just extra slow. So it's gonna be a little more effective. I mean, the slow doesn't really, like, you don't really feel the slow anyways, so. Laura is getting nerfed, was a bit strong. 1 second cooldown on W and 5% damage on W, and then damage on R as well. 5%, 5%, and then base 30. So a lot of damage nerfs, especially on the R. And I mean, slight damage nerf on W, and then the cooldown, I think, is the big one. So, okay, good nerf. Laura, I think, was looking really strong, I think, in the stats. Leon is getting a buff on passive and on W shield, sure. I don't think Leon is especially that strong. Noir is getting an extra projectile speed on R. I mean, the R, it was really hard to hit on this character. Make it a little easier. I wish they made the big monster objective to walk around and staying in place. That way there is more chaos and kobolds. Oh, you mean Gamma? You want Gamma to walk around? I don't know about that. I think it would be kind of funny and kind of cool though, where like Gamma can just start shooting fucking lasers at people and everything. It would definitely make it like a lot more for fun and a lot more hectic. Honestly, that would be kind of like a banger idea. Because like Cobalt is just like a for fun mode anyways. Yeah, exactly. That would sound kind of funny because like Gamma would just fucking eviscerate everyone. But at the same time, it makes it so like Gamma would be more of a flip because people would probably start doing damage to Gamma, and then Gamma, you know, if you kill Gamma, you get like the -8, right? So. Oh, Nimalura is jealous to remove you from high elo the day you got it. For EU? I'm guessing then. Enhancing the basic attack amplification for glove mastery. Okay, by buffing glove by 0.2%. That's actually a lot of basic attack amp. Alan might be back. I don't know if people are running glove right now, if they're running Ninjaku, but this is a pretty big buff. Rio, the defense reduction, so they're buffing Rio passive. I mean, no one levels the passive anyways until the very end, so honestly, sure. It's a buff late game. It's just 3% armor pen. It's not like that substantial, but it is like it will make Rio do like a lot more damage. Or not a lot more, but like definitely a lot more to like tanks. Oh, they're running a Jocker right now? Okay. And then Mai is kind of OP. Every team in ERM where there was like 5 Mai's, Mai did end up getting banned a lot. So I think her pick rate and her winner is still really good. Movement speed increase, sure. I mean, the movement speed increase wasn't that big for the W. The defense increase, I think, is the bigger nerf, and then catwalk cooldown. Wow, okay. Zero nerf. You need a buff. I mean, Rio wasn't really particularly OP. I think the standout ADCs were definitely Rozzy and Nadine. And they probably hit both of them. I think they already, like we saw, they already hit Nadine with their Wolf Assault. You haven't got the Rozzy yet, but I think they probably also nerfed Rozzy. We'll have to see. Arcus is getting a nerf, so Q damage and E damage. Sure. Magnus is getting an attack speed buff for Bat. I mean, no one really plays Bat, but sure. Vanya is getting a slight buff on Q damage. I mean, Vanya's not really particularly in a good spot either. Barbara as well, getting some damage on Q. Stun duration going up by 0.1, and R duration for the Q is going up 1 second, and RE is, yeah, Shay. Okay. Bernice is losing some damage. 0.3 attack power, so at level 20, that's 6 attack power, which is a decent bit. I'm losing damage on Q as well, so okay, decent nerf for Bernice. Charlotte, we're making Q stronger when it hits, so they're buffing the damage on Charlotte Q and the slow. Giving Celine extra HP, so 35 base HP. It's a random 35 base HP. And then passive damage by 20. Passive damage is the auto, right? Two nerfs, Snowflake knocks down. Bro, the season is over, man. The ERCS season is over. Auto after 3 skills. Okay, so they're just buffing it by 20. I mean, just 20 base. Suwa is losing 5% amp on passive damage, and then I mean this like splash damage doesn't matter, and then okay, losing 5% heal. It's not like that big of a nerf, but it will definitely nerf some of her damage, which is fine. Like Suwa isn't in like a really good spot right now, so I'm not surprised. Cicella, stun duration 0.1 extra for her stun. Adriana reducing the damage of her burning area, E-Fire Escape. Did they really do this much damage? And do people really use this for damage? I feel like the E damage on Adriana is so fake. But okay. Adina. They're losing... Oh, they're losing a HP recovery on the Star Conjunct. Oh, wow. Oh, is this their burn damage? Oh, okay. No, it's just from E. Or does she have like 2 parts to her E then? Oh, so she has 2 parts to her E now? Or like... Oh. Oh yeah, it's part of her E. I thought it was part of her passive. I see. I see, okay. So just nerfing her, okay, her passive damage. Yeah, her fire damage. Okay. Good nerf. I think Adri was kind of stupid fucking throwing 1 RW and you lose half your HP. But they just nerfed it a little bit. Okay, good nerf. Adina losing a lot of HP recovery. This is quite a bit on the E. Wait, is this the RE as well? It is, right? So yeah, Star Conjunct. 2% skill amp per tick, and then also 4. Well, this is a pretty big nerf on the Adina healing, but I think Adina shouldn't be healing. Like Adina shouldn't have been healing for so much. I think it's a deserved or it's definitely like a deserved nerf. 3 attack power on Alex. Ekion. 0.3 defense or level 26 defense, so I'm just making him a little more durable. Sure. Alina's getting nerfed as well. Freeze duration on passive by 0.1, and they're nerfing the damage on passive too. Okay. Johan. 3% amp. And 3% amp on Q. And they're nerfing the defense increase on R. I didn't even know Johan's R gave defense. Where's Johan? I didn't even know it gave defense. What the fuck? And it lowered the amount of defense. Wait, so if you pop like Johan R and you use healing wind as well, you could give someone over like 40 defense, which is kind of crazy. 40 defense is like a full tank chest piece item. I did not even know that Johan's R gave like 20 defense. All deserved nerf. This character was kind of illegal. Just nerfing. I don't even think this nerf is that big because it only nerfed like healing by like a tiny bit, like 0.3. Sorry, not by 0.3, but by like 3% skill out. William, since the stack of passive has been reduced, making it harder to activate Q. Oh, this is a big nerf. Wait. Oh wait, is this a big nerf or is this a buff? Wait, hold on. Oh no, this is a buff. This is a buff. Wait. The duration of passive has been reduced, making it harder to activate Q, or increasing duration to make it more powerful when activated. Increasing... Oh no, it's a buff for this patch. It was a nerf last patch. So they're making it so when you press Q, the duration of like when you're in like the Giga form on your autoing is longer. But they made it last patch. I'm guessing they made it so it's harder to maintain your 3 Qs. So I think that's good. Yeah. But they're making it more rewarding now, and they're also buffing his attack power. Okay, good change. Yumin performance has dropped. Yeah, they nerfed him a little too hard, so they're buffing his cooldown. Upon hit, cooldown reduction. Oh, they're nerfing it again, but they're actually buffing the base cooldown by 1 second. I think that's fine. To make it like less punishing if you don't hit. And then skill lamp, they're giving him some more damage back. Sure. I mean, Yumin was kind of in the gutter after all the nerfs. I think he needs some love again. He's been showing good performance. They're nerfing 2 damage from Q and Q cooldown by 1 second. Wow. I don't remember the last time they like touch Yuki's cooldowns. But Q cooldown because it's an ability you use so much for 1 second. Pretty good nerf. Or like pretty big nerf. Eva cooldown 1 second on E, sure. The end is getting buffed as well. In possessed form, like making it so the Q comes 1 second and the E comes 1 second faster as well. Okay. So here, increasing the base power of W. Okay, so when you land like your W's, wow, by 20 damage, that is quite a bit. So Zahir is gonna be doing a lot. I think maybe we might see some Zahirs in maybe in finals. 20 damage for each W, because you probably hit about like 10-20 W's in a fight. 10 to 20. So that's like about 200 damage extra. Pretty good. Increasing Jackie's durability to help her stay strong. Extra HP. Oh, was this the nerf they did to Zahir when he was good? I see. They just reverted it. I mean, they do that a lot, right? They nerf them, and then no one plays them, and then they just revert the nerf. Giving Jenny some skill amp back. Sure. Jenny's like skill amp always just goes up and down throughout the season, you know, like it starts at like a really high at like 4.6 and then it goes down to like 4% and then goes back up, you know, near the end to like 4.2 or 4.4 or something. It's really hard to like balance a character like Jenny because she has such a high skill ceiling, and like the difference between like a like Shinonome and like an average Jenny is like crazy, you know. We're increasing Rapier Camilo's overall power since he's been having a low pick rates. 4%. Oh, wow. Big attack speed buff and then 0.1 basic attack amp for Rapier. I mean, no one really plays Rapier anyways. Maybe people will play Rapier now after the scaling changes. Buddy who's a strong range support dealer hasn't been performing as expected, buffing Kalia passive by 20 damage late game. Sure, they're buffing Kathy's Q damage by 30. Oh my god. That is quite a big buff. Is you level on Kathy, you go WQ, right? So 30 per Q, and you're probably doing like maybe 3 to 4 Qs a fight. That is quite a bit. They're trying to just meet midway on nerfs and buffs. I feel like they're learning a bit, leaning a bit too hard into recycling. Just trying to meet midway in nerfs and buffs. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because like the stats go like way too low. So if they meet midway, like it's not gonna be enough. Maybe is probably their thought. I don't know. You think it's right to balance around the highest level of play? Of course. Why would you ever balance? I mean, there are some cases where you need to balance like some characters around lower MMR, but like why would you ever balance around like people who are not playing the game correctly? It's like imagine like I guess what would be like a nice real life analogy for this? Let me try to think of something. I mean, they're just elite skewed and some are just noob stompers. Yeah. I mean, obviously there are like some cases where you still need to balance around like lower MMR, but like majority of the balance should be around higher MMR and like pro play. Because like balance around Diamond Plus, I think it's it's like Diamond, Meteor, like I think they take like all like the top stats. I mean, if you want a competitive game, you need to balance around your top bracket and you need to balance like this is an esports game, right? Like this is a game made for esports. It's made for a competitive scene, it's made for ranked. So you cannot balance around lower MMR and you just have like a dog shit fucking meta and like high elo, you know what I mean? And then pro play. If it's like a casual game or if it was like, you know, like a game with like without like a scene, then yeah, but yeah, you kind of have to balance around like top bracket. And just in general as well, it's always good to balance around top bracket because they're playing basically like they're basically playing like the game to as close as like perfect as possible compared to obviously like the other players. Right? And when you balance around like lower MMR, it's not a lot of the times it's not like in lower MMR, it's not characters that are OP, it's just whoever is the better player. You know what I mean? Like if you go into like a silver match, 90% of the time it's just whoever is the better player will come out on top, not whoever is playing the better character. But yeah, we'll just continue. I'll like talk more about it after I'm done the patch notes review and like why it's not a good idea to balance around low MMR. But yeah. Uh, yeah, exactly. Pick variety and stuff. Catty damage buff. Yara has been performing well due to the synergy of Everlasting and W Prayer. Even a strong defense capable of slightly reducing the power of her skill. So nerfing Cathy W damage. That's actually okay. I mean, 5% on W explosion and then 1% on the target max HP. I didn't even realize I had like a target max HP damage as well on W pop. Wow. Tazia 2 defense. Sure. Felix 3 defense. Sure. YOLO has been showing very strong stats. Really? Damn, Piolo's been putting up numbers. I don't even like no one's playing Piolo on NA. Except for like one guy, I think it's like or like two people. Like Hodokyun and like 5 push up. Like I didn't even realize. Okay, 5% damage nerf on E, 5% on E1, 5% on R. And they're buffing hearts, 1% cooldown on W, sure. And Haze is getting a 5% damage nerf on her Q. I'm guessing they're gonna nerf the Cataclysm assault rifle too. There's no way it's just gonna be like a 5% damage nerf, right? We'll see. Multiple pick rates. RQ has been yeah. Multiple hits. Yeah, okay. Yanu has not been performing well, so we're giving him some more W cooldown 1 second. Racing helmets, 3 amp. Lunar Embrace. Oh, they're buffing Lunar Embrace. That's nice. I've been using that item. Wait, that's it. Where are the items? That's it. And we're in Cobalt balancing. They did like no item changes. Everlasting, the blue sub augment. What are we talking about? Everlasting? Yeah, oh, that's it for the patch. I mean, I know they don't want to do like a big patch because the season patch is coming really soon anyways. And it's like the last patch of the season. Damn. Thought there would be a bigger nerfs on like some of these characters. But I mean, that's still like, it's still a pretty decent nerf for Haze on like the Haze rockets, because Haze shoots 4 rockets, right? So it's 5% on like every rocket, which is actually not bad. But yeah, I think the main reason why Haze is so good is because of the Cataclysm like weapon now. Like Haze just drops like a normal Q on you and you take like half your HP. But yeah, I mean, that's it for the patch. My thoughts on it. I mean, a lot of good balance changes, but I feel like they could have hit some characters a little harder. I'm not really too sure exactly like what the hell like the meta is right now in KR on the KR side too. I know like Haze is really strong. Haze is doing really good. Like Marcus, they hit Marcus. Hit Laura. Laura's doing really good. Yuki, like all like the characters that are doing good, I think, that are strong, they hit. Nadine got nerfed. I'm surprised Rozzy didn't get nerfed, because yeah, Rozzy like had a big showing in ERM where Rozzy and Nadine were being rotated on the ban list. I think that is probably the one that I would have liked to see getting touched. But overall, I don't know. I don't really like this patch, but I mean, it's the last patch of the season. So it's obviously not supposed to be that big, because, you know, they're going to make big changes next season anyways. And the season is only here for like 2 more weeks. So I'll probably give it like another like 6, I think, out of 10, like last patch.